Welcome back, everyone, to our 2-minute drill. I'm your host, Gianna Forbis, here with Pack Pride editor Cory Smith. Cory, Kevin Keatts said it himself in the press conference last night. Last night was unacceptable. You allow 55 points in the first half. Your defense is kind of slacking, and then you're in a 15-point deficit at the half. What went wrong last night for men's basketball, and what are the implications of this going into March?
Yeah, I mean, the reason why they lost that game was simply because of the fact that you didn't have enough defensive pressure early on. They were able to claw back, actually took a lead late after only leading 2-0 in the first half. But it wasn't enough. The issue is you're expending so much energy trying to get back into the game that when it comes to those late game situations, hitting a shot is that much more difficult. The issue for NC State was not getting enough defensive pressure on Chris Bell early on. They said it was in the scouting report. Kevin Keatts talked about it. He said they made a second half adjustment at the halftime. The issue is you have to make that adjustment earlier. Like, you can't allow Chris Bell, a guy that was shooting lights out, to go 8 of 9 in the first half and 6 of them be basically open looks where 2 of them where you're collapsing from 10 foot out and you don't end up getting enough pressure on it. The other 4 being just completely open looks where they're playing another guy and not being able to get that defensive pressure. So that was an issue in a major way for NC State in that game. Like I said, DJ Horn, heroics for him, 32 points. They're able to make the comeback. But the implications of this one now at this point, NC State, you have to go 4-1 down the stretch. You have to win these next 2 games. You cannot afford to lose to Boston College at home. That would be a Q3 loss that stays. Syracuse could potentially move up to Q2. They're in that realm, but they would need to win a bunch of games down the stretch. You get a little bit of help from Wake Forest overnight as well, where they beat Pitt handily to move up inside the top 30, but that's not a Q1 win you can depend on. Right now, NC State has to win these next 2, and they get at least 2 Q1 wins in the final 3 against UNC or Duke or on the road at Pitt in order to be able to get themselves in any kind of conversation for March. You're not even on the bubble right now. That's the only thing that would get you even close to the bubble.